Hi everyone. In part 1, we learned how to build a basic progressive web app and a little bit details about manifest file, and basic concepts of progressive web apps. And we saw how to use that in our React app. So in part 2, what we're going to do is we're going to look into the concepts of progressive web apps and how to use that along with offline first approach for our React Redux app. So let's just dive into the app. So what you see here is my basic to-do app, which is built using React and Redux. And if you see here, if I mark something as, so you get the response immediately. And let me just add something. Keep it as item 3. Yep. So right now the connectivity is online. So let's just see what happens if I'm going to make it offline. So yeah, I've gone offline. And here you get some messages which tell you which notifies you like you're offline. And also, just for the sake of this example, I'm maintaining some logs so that you know what exactly is happening, because I'm not creating it as an optimistic UI, but at the same time, I would like to give some feedback so that you know exactly what is happening, and just to know that there is something happening in the background by the app and it's just not stuck with something. So yeah, right now I'm offline. So if I click on item 2, so what happens is you can see it's been marked for, so if it's complete, it's going to be marked as pending, or if it's pending, it's going to be marked as complete. So I've clicked on item 2 as well as now on item 3. So what happens when I come back online is item 3 should be marked offline, should be marked complete, and item 2 should be marked pending. Let's just add one more item. That's item 4. So yeah, so that's also added to the queue. Now let's just go back online and see how it's going to work. Okay. Yeah, so I'm back online. So when I'm back, if you notice, item 4 has been added, item 3 has been marked complete, and item 2 has been marked pending. So this is my database which I'm using. So the backend for this app is basically a Node server with Express, and the APIs are being exposed by through the Express server. And the database I'm using is a MongoDB. And you can see here the 4 items are added. So the latest one, the other one. All right. So I hope you get a basic idea on how it should work when you have a React Redux app with an offline first approach. So you need to consider how to persist your store and your actions, the React Redux actions. So in this example, I'm just persisting it to memory, but a more appropriate or ideal scenario would be to persist it to probably the local storage, or maybe the index DB, so that you can retrieve it later. So the problem with my example right now is if you're going to refresh the your app, you're going to lose all your actions which has been queued up. So this is something small which can be taken care later, but for the sake of this example, I wanted to keep it really simple. So let's just look at one more thing before I wind up. So I'm going back offline. So remember, there are 4 items now, in which only one is marked complete. And ideally, what would happen is if you refresh, your app would not get any response from the network, and it's going to fail. But here, if you see, since it's a progressive web app, so if I refresh the app now, yep, you can see item 4, you can see all the items is still retained and the state is maintained. But you see the offline messages have been gone off. This is on purpose because I'm not, I'm just maintaining the async actions, the asynchronous actions in memory. So when you refresh, you actually lose those actions. So that's it, folks. So I hope this gives you an idea on how to build up your uh, React Redux offline first approach app. And you can find further details of this on my Medium blog. Thank you.